let me snipe some Halo facts for you. We're going to talk about what multiplayer was like on Halo back in the day. So, according to the Wikipedia, the first Halo had 5 competitive multiplayer modes. This is extrinsic to the co-op, all of which can be customized for between 2 and 16 players. Up to 4 players may split screen on one Xbox, and further players can join using a system link feature that allows up to 4 Xbox consoles to be connected together into a local area network, otherwise known as LAN. And because this was released before bots were introduced into the series, I don't even know if there were ever bots in Halo. But there were no bots in the original Halo, and it was released before Xbox Live. So this was the first way that you could play multiplayer competitive Halo. Did you guys ever experience this? Was it before your time a little bit?
No, I never played LAN, but I experienced a lot of the multiplayer though when it came out. Or maybe not in 2001, but before Halo 2 came out, definitely. It was like I would go over to I remember going over to friends' houses, and I had one friend in particular who, like, he had an Xbox. I had an Xbox too, but I didn't get this game. He had an Xbox, and his parents were divorced, so like they would both try to like outdo each other with like buying him stuff, So like, so it's kind of awesome to go over there because they would buy him like all these like M-rated games and stuff. So like, hell yeah, we got to play Halo and like GTA and stuff. So I would go over there, and yeah, we would. I remember playing the multiplayer. That's probably the first thing I played on this game was the multiplayer for the first time, and just not, coming from like the only thing I've played similar before that was GoldenEye, kind of coming to like this into this newer experience and just having like all these, there's like vehicles you can drive, and like I remember like I forgot what the level's called, but it's a level where it's like an open field and there's like 2 bases on each side. Do you know what that one is, Teddy?
Maybe
It's like
Valhalla. I'm not sure.
maybe, but I remember that level specifically being like one of the earliest ones I played on multiplayer, and yeah, there was just nothing like it at the time for me.
I skipped over this game almost entirely, but I played Halo 2 and LAN for sure. We set it up with our friends. We do it I think it was every Sunday. So we had 4v4, just us in the living room, and then my other friends in the bedroom. And my God, it was freaking. It was like if you were gonna have like a Microsoft Xbox commercial, that's what it would be, because we had like soda, which I'm sure was Mountain Dew, and then we had pizza from Domino's, and we were just like partying. It was so much fun.
Domino's.
We were in high school.
Yeah.
As well, we could afford.
No, that definitely does sound like the like Xbox. I've talked about this before. I forgot on one episode, but like the Xbox Live type. Like they had a disc. I think me and Spencer talked about this without Teddy one time on an episode. They had a disc, where you put it in your Xbox, and then it would explain what like multiplayer was. Like online multiplayer or like something like that. And I remember just being like, whoa, Kingslayer 85 sniped you, Kingslayer 85, and it'd be like a guy like in his room drinking a soda or something, and yeah, just being like, even then, like LAN was a new idea for consoles too. Really, I don't know if was there a console before the Xbox that really took advantage of that you could think of. I mean, like I know the Dreamcast went online, but I don't know if it had like LAN capabilities.
It was never. It was never a thing. Like they may have done it before that, but it was never like a thing that people did.
Yeah.
Because PlayStation 2 even was still, you needed like a second controller adapter to even play 4-player.
Yeah.
Let alone connecting via LAN. I think GTA might have had some capabilities.
Honestly, I think GameCube had LAN support and also had like one game that went online, but it's the fucking GameCube. Nobody used.
Yeah, I remember people bragging about like you can play Mario Kart with 16 people.
Yeah, Double Dash, you could play LAN, and then I think they had an online adapter, and the only game to ever use it on GameCube was like Phantasy Star Online or something. It's like, what the fuck was the point?
Yeah, you could tell that with Halo that Microsoft had an interest in online multiplayer. Or just multiplayer in general, but clearly
multiplayer in general
going online, was their next step. But yeah, you could see that was their emphasis of. I think with Halo and their emphasis on like the LAN parties and stuff, they really wanted to create the bro gamer, which
Brony.
which they totally did. Which power to them. It was we needed that, so that's great.
Yeah, I mean, just that element alone almost single-handedly like created the Xbox 360 environment ecosystem.
You should have called the Xbox dude.
Basically, I mean, like, because like I'm trying to think of like what else on Xbox was notable. I'm thinking like maybe like Fable and Forza. Those are both on Xbox, and those carried over. But like, yeah, the identity from the first 2 Halo games on the original Xbox basically created the entire ecosystem moving forward.
Yeah,
which that's kind of nuts.
Yeah, and
all right,
look where they've come.
My fact is, oh.
That's the only thing I had to say. Just look what they've turned into now. Like I don't think there's anything nearly as remarkable as what they did back then.
No, we talked about this, me and Spencer, on our Road to Xbox video we did before, and just like how like they stumble after the 360 with like the Xbox One and stuff, and they're doing okay now, but it's just like every generation they have like a different identity,
Yeah.
But this was definitely their identity for a while, for the 360's lifespan. So
I guess I don't mean just from like Halo Combat Evolved, but I just mean of that era of like the Halo trilogy era when you were playing, LAN parties or competitive Xbox Live. Anyways,
I think history will I don't know about smile upon it, but we'll look back at Game Pass as a big deal.
No, it will. I think the Xbox One generation is going to be the only big blemish they have, but God, is it a big one? It's just.
I don't know what's that big of one. It's just like they made one
Wii U.
Big mistake. Yeah, Wii U. It's not as bad as the Wii U. The Wii U is
no. I never said it was as bad as the Wii U.
I did.
Let's be honest.
But the Xbox One,
the Wii U thrower. Here's that tablet.
I think the Xbox One will be known as just like a step back. Like they Xbox 360 was a huge step forward. Xbox One just like pulled them back a little bit. They lost some ground, and they kind of just gave it over to Sony, possibly because of the DRM. But I think it's more than that. And then
that makes it worse than a Wii U because the Wii U at least transitioned Nintendo into a Switch, whereas Xbox One is what it is, just a like kind of a dead air.
They were able to salvage it by the end with the idea of Game Pass and stuff. Like Xbox One was decent at the end of its lifetime span. It was just the beginning was.
And now at this point, Xbox might be, aside from I guess the Switch too, but Xbox might be the only major console you need.
I think so.
How they position it.
I agree with that.
So
and you don't even need them anymore. That's the beautiful thing about Xbox now is that like they're the biggest game studio in the industry, and you don't even need to buy their console.
Right. They changed things quite a bit with Game Pass to the point that it's like I think that's a really major landmark. Probably the only major landmark since the 360.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.